Sec 3 Express Amath. Today we'll be going through the practice questions that I gave you in the previous e-lesson. Let's take a look at exercise 6A. You are going to understand what I'm going to teach, do corrections, either email me or post it back on OneNote for me to check. Let's take a look at exercise 6A question 4A. We have 3 to the power of x plus 3 to the power of x plus 2 equals to 90. We need to split this up using indices. So how to split this up? This is 3 to the power of x plus 3 to the power of x multiplied by 3 to the power of 2 equals to 90. I see that there's 3 to the power of x here and 3 to the power of x here, so I use substitution. So I let 3 to the power of x be any algebra you want. In this case, I'm going to let it be u. So I have u plus 3 squared is 9. 9 times u is 9u equals to 90. U plus 9u is 10u equals to 90. So divide by 10, u is 9. Now I'm not done yet because I need to substitute back. I'm solving for x, not for u. So 3 to the power of x is equals to 9. 3 to the power of x, 9 is 3 to the power of 2. Therefore, x is equals to 2. That's it for question 4a. Let's go to question 6a, which is slightly more difficult. Now, if you notice question 6a, we have 25 to the power of x, and we know 25 is 5 to the power of 2. So we need to simplify that. So we have 2, 5 to the power of 2 power x equals to 3 minus 5 to the power of x. Simplify this using indices. I get 2 multiplied by 5 to the power of 2x equals to 3 minus 5x. I have 5 to the power of x here. So I need to try to make this into 5 to the power of x. How do I do that? I get 2, 5 to the power of x. I split this up. The square I put outside equals to 3 minus 5 to the power of x. Now I have 5 to the power of x, 5 to the power of x here. I can substitute. So I will let 5 to the power of x be any algebra. In this case, I let it be u. I'll have 2u squared equals to 3 minus u. Bring everything over. 2u squared plus u minus 3 equals to 0 is a quadratic equation I can solve. Now, this one need to use the cross method, but in this case, I'm going to skip the cross method. I'm just going to do this. From here, I know that 2u plus 3 equals to 0, or u minus 1 equals to 0, u equals to minus 3 over 2, or u equals to 1. I need to substitute back 5 to the power of x as u. So 5 to the power of x is negative 3 over 2, or 5 to the power of x is equals to 1. Now 5 to the power of x cannot be a negative number, so I reject. Or, now 5 to the power of x, now I need to change 1 back into 5 to the power of 0. From here, we know x is equals to 0. And there's only one answer where x is equals to 0. And that's question 6a. Let's take a look at question 7a. 7a is simultaneous equation. In the first equation, all the base is already 2, so we can just leave it. Now, in the second equation, we have 3 here, we have 9 here, and we have 27 here. We need to simplify them all to the same base, which is 3. So for the first equation, 2 to the power of 3x times 2 to the power of y equals to, now this is 2 to the power of 1. If I bring up, becomes 2 to the power of negative 1. And I have another equation, 3 to the power of x plus 2 over 9 to the power of y is 3 to the power of 2. 9 is 3 to the power of 2. Y equals to 1 over 27. If you change back to base 3, it will be 3 to the power of 3. Now simplify this using indices. I'll have 2 to the power of 3x plus y equals to 2 to the power of minus 1. And I'm going to simplify this. 3 to the power of x plus 2 over 3 to the power of 2y equals to, bring up the 3 to the power of 3, I get 3 to the power of minus 3. Continue to simplify. The power equals to the power. So 3x plus y equals to minus 1. And using indices law, this is 3 to the power of x plus 2 minus 2y equals to 3 to the power of minus 3. Again, comparing powers, I'll get x plus 2 minus 2y equals to minus 3. Bring over the plus 2 is minus 3 minus 2. Then I'll get x minus 2y equals to minus 5. Now I have two equations, equation number 1 and equation number 2. Perform simultaneous equation and you'll be able to solve for x and y. The last question, question number 9, which is an advanced question, you will see that 2 to the power of x is here and 8 is a special number because I can simplify 8 into 2 to the power of something. Now 8 change back to base 2 is 2 to the power of 3 power x equals to 7 to the power of 2x minus 6. Now this one I can use indices to simplify. 2 to the power of 3x equals to 7 2x minus 6. If you notice, this is 2 to the power of x. So I must find a way to change this into 2 to the power of x. I need to split it up. So to split it up is 2 to the power of x, the whole thing cubed, equals to 7, 2 to the power of x minus 6. Now I have 2 to the power of x and 2 to the power of x. I can use substitution. So I'm going to let 2 to the power of x be u. I'll have u cubed minus 7u, u cubed equals to 7u minus 6. Bring everything over. U cubed minus 7u plus 6 equals to 0. If you realize this is a cubic equation, you must find a factor. Now, you can press your calculator to find a factor. In this case, I found a factor to be u minus 1. u minus 1 is a factor. So how do I prove it? U cubed minus 7u plus 6 equals to a quotient multiplied by u minus 1 plus the remainder. I just need to show that the remainder is 0. So all I need to do is to substitute u equals to 1. I'll have 1 cubed minus 7 plus 6 equals to the remainder, 0. Remainder is 0. So therefore, u minus 1 is a factor. Now after you found a factor, use long division. U cubed plus 0u squared minus 7u plus 6 divide by u minus 1. I need to cancel out u cubed, so it's u squared times u is u cubed minus u squared. I get u squared minus 7u. I want to remove u squared, so I multiply by a u here. So u squared minus u. Minus 7u plus u is minus 6u plus 6. Here, I just need to do minus 6. Minus 6 times minus u is minus 6u plus 6. I get remainder 0. So we know that u cubed minus 7u plus 6 equals to 0 can be factorized into u minus 1, u squared plus u minus 6 equals to 0. Let's continue factorizing. U minus 1, this is a quadratic equation which you can factorize using the cross method. This is u and u. 3 times 2. Positive, negative. So therefore, I have u minus 1 equals to 0, or u plus 3 equals to 0, or u minus 2 equals to 0. So u equals to 1, or u equals to negative 3, or u equals to 2. But we are not solving for u, we are solving for x. So we know 2 to the power of x is u, we need to sub in back 2 to the power of x. So this is 2 to the power of x is equals to 1, or 2 to the power of x equals to negative 3, or 2 to the power of x equals to 2. Now, in this case, I need to change the 1 back into 2 to the power of 0. Now, in this case, 2 to the power of x equals to negative 3 is not possible. 2 to the power of anything cannot give you a negative number. So I have to reject this. I only left with one more. 2 to the power of x equals to 2 to the power of 1. So therefore, x is either 0 or 1. And we are done. Just compare the powers. Alright, so this assignment is pretty easy. If you don't understand, you can text me or give me a call and I'll be able to help you. If you need any more help, you can pause the video at any point, write in the corrections, and you can still consult me next week during class. Alright, that's all I have for you today. Remember to submit your corrections to OneNote or to my email by 1 p.m. latest.